Do you get everything lined up just perfectly with your ruler, and then when you go to cut, it just slips and then your whole line's off? Grippy dots might help, but they're not the whole solution. Sure, when your ruler slips and you get an inaccurate cut, that's sort of a pain, but really, every time your ruler slips, you're more at a risk for cutting yourself. So, what's the solution if it's not grippy dots? I started quilting long before such things as grippy dots, so I learned a few little techniques that will help you to keep your ruler from slipping as you're doing your cutting. The first thing is to make sure that you're pushing straight down on the ruler. So when I'm holding my ruler like this, if I push from this way like this, I'm not holding the ruler down only, I'm also sort of pushing it this way, so I'm more likely to slip. It's not as firm. So you need to make sure that your arm is straight down just like this when you're doing your cutting and holding your ruler. This means that you don't want to be sitting, you want to be standing, and you want to have your table down below you so that it's easy to put your arm down like this and hold your ruler down. The other thing is you don't want the ruler to be too far away from you. If I'm cutting from way back here, my arm's way out in front of me, I can't really push down with all my weight, can I? It's way out here. I have to be really close so I can push down. Tip number 2, only cut near your hand and make short cuts. You want to cut near your hand because that's what's holding the ruler down right here. The ruler is nice and snug here. It's not snug way up here. So if you were to cut like this with a long ruler like this, you would want to move your hand with every cut. But notice every time I'm moving my hand, I'm moving it further away from me, and that makes your hand not push straight down and have your ruler more likely to slip. That's why I always fold my fabric twice when I'm doing my strip cutting, so that I can use just one ruler like this and make one short cut. If you get kinks and elbows in your strips when you fold it twice like this, I have another video here that explains how to eliminate that problem. And the last tip is to always make sure you have a nice sharp blade. This is because if you have a dull blade, you're going to be thinking about pushing on that blade and making the cut instead of remembering to push down on your ruler hand and hold that ruler. And then you're going to slip and you're going to cut yourself. So those are the 3 tips. Push straight down, only cut near your hand and make short cuts, and use a nice sharp blade. I hope this helps. Like and subscribe for more beginner quilting tips.